So today I found this video on the internet. It's a prison in Haiti. Uh, it's one of the most crowded prisons in the entire world, and yeah, I seen the video and I was very interested in it. It was a lot of things that they were saying in the comments. I went to the comment section and yeah, like they were just saying how brutal this prison really was, and like 10 years, not even going to court, just sitting in prison like 10 years, a whole decade, not going to court, like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it really caught my eye. Also, it's in Haiti. Um, it's a lot of poverty in Haiti. You know what I mean? So yeah, just it really caught my eye. So I wanted to give you our reaction on this. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and please ring the bell and leave a comment down below. Let's get to it, man.
One of the most overcrowded prisons in the world. Meeting the men who are lost in a system and who the outside world has long forgotten. Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. It's a country where very little works. The effects of the earthquake in 2010 are still visible. It devastated the nation, killing more than 250,000 people and destroying most of Haiti's infrastructure. Most people here survive on just $2 a day, and the capital of Port-au-Prince is plagued by crime. I've come to meet one of the most influential women in Haiti. Florence Elie is the protector of citizens, and it's her job to make sure that the government here looks after its citizens' human rights. I've arranged to meet her at the National Penitentiary, where nearly half of the country's prisoners are locked up. It's home to more than 4,000 inmates. Among them are some of Haiti's most violent convicted murderers, rapists, and kidnappers.
Tu m'accompagnes? Oh, merci. Merci beaucoup.
It's Florence's job to document human rights abuses all over the country.
Bonjour.
But she spends much of her time here because she suspects many of these men shouldn't even be in prison. The prisoners have named this block the Titanic. This place is notorious. Florence is surrounded by people. They're all desperate to try and tell her their story and get some assistance to get out. Does this happen every time you come in?
Chaque fois. Toutes les fois que je viens ici, c'est la même chose.
The first thing that hits you is the smell. Sweat, feces, urine. That and the barrage of noise. I've only been in here for about 5 minutes. I'm starting to freak out. It's totally crammed full of human bodies and everyone's desperate. They're trying to get water, they're trying to get food, they're trying to stay alive. They're locked up in these cells for 23 hours a day. As we arrive, it's breakfast. And the inmates are collecting their rations. We count 60 prisoners coming out. But inside, I count only 18 beds. The extra men sleep in makeshift hammocks and fight for space on the floor. At 72 years of age, Florence is known as Mamie Flo. For many of these men, she's their only hope. And I keep being handed pieces of paper. Okay, so I got this 6 years ago. Like,
That's crazy. Like they don't even look like they in like a prison. You know what I mean? Like if you were just like taking a camera through here and like just showing like clips, I wouldn't even know that that was a prison. Like they don't wear like prison clothes. You know, they don't have jumpsuits or anything like that. Yo, it look like they wearing their regular street clothes. Like some dudes got on all type of different stuff, shoes, like clothes. Yeah, and it's crazy. She got her cell phone in the prison. That'd never happen. Pull a cell phone out. That'll never happen in America, man. But yeah, so one of the most crowded prisons in the world, man, is in Haiti. Just terrible. The conditions is just horrible down there. So yeah, so I guess she goes into the prison and tries to figure out, people that aren't supposed to be in there. So but yeah, man, let's get back to it. Yeah, this video's it goes to show you like how privileged we are to really live in the United States. You know, we really are. Because the jails out here, nothing like that, man. Nothing like that.
Me, Florence is bombarded. Some of the prisoners tell me they've been here for 10 years without ever facing a trial. I'm getting this really overwhelming sense of responsibility. I've got all these little pieces of paper in my hand, some of them just scribbled on the back of cigarette packets. For some people, this is their only lifeline. This is the only way to explain what's happened to them.
Man.
The prison guards agreed to let me speak with one of the inmates privately. He says the police grabbed him as he was walking through a market, but he has no idea what the charge is. The 2010 earthquake sparked a mass prison break. Jean escaped along with the other prisoners, but was later rearrested.
Man, that's heartbreaking, man. Damn, boy. Like, ain't got nobody. Ain't got nobody to call on. You in Haiti. In prison, bro. Like, my boy. Like, that's why I say, like, we got to count our blessings, bro. It can get rough. It can get real rough out there, bro. We in America. We in the United States of America, so we blessed for that. You know what I mean? Damn. Shit crazy.
The law states anyone arrested should be brought before a judge within 48 hours. But in reality, that hardly ever happens. Florence takes me to see the prison governor.
On a un espace de 1200 détenus. On est obligé de garder aujourd'hui 4359
What?
détenus.
That's nearly 400% over capacity.
Il y a environ 529 qui sont condamnés. Et on a 3830 détenus qui sont en détention préventive prolongée.
Mais c'est beaucoup.
Oui, c'est beaucoup.
It's no wonder there's so much desperation among the inmates. 80% of them have never even been convicted.
Aux autorités de la justice qu'il faut questionner sur le nombre.
But that's how it is. They lock us up without convicting us. You know what I mean? It ain't innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna prove that you innocent? I mean, our whole goal is to try to get you to admit to being guilty. But if you're not guilty, how you gonna prove you innocent? So get on the stand and tell us. You know what I mean? Because right now you in jail with a bond. So we already saying you did it. We just gotta prove that you did it. Like, come on, man. Nah.
Des détenus qui sont en détention préventive prolongée. C'est pas à moi de juger les autorités de la justice.
I want to track down a judge, so I'm heading across town to the courthouse, the Palais de Justice. There are more than 3,000 people in the main prison who haven't yet been tried. From what I've managed to find out, the real logjam is happening at the Palais de Justice. 60% of government buildings were destroyed in the earthquake, including the old courthouse. Even though it's now been moved to a new building, the justice system is still struggling to recover. Florence knows most people in this building. If anyone can find the judge, it's her.
She own it.
Ah, il me semble qu'il n'est pas là. Non, il n'est pas là non plus. Je sais pas, on peut aller dans une des chambres pour voir s'il y a des procès en cours. On va voir ça. Bonjour, oui.
I'm starting to get a sense of why it's so hard for people to get a trial in Haiti. I've been in here for 10 minutes with France. She's knocked on 2 or 3 doors. She's had to walk into a courtroom, and she still can't find a judge. Can we find some judges to speak to?
L'année judiciaire recommence en octobre.
Is this why there are 3,000
Il
people
y a
in prison waiting
quelques
judgment?
cas, il y a quelques cas.
I'm told the judges have a 2-month holiday every year. And even when they're working, they only do part-time hours.
What? Is you serious? Man, stop playing with me. These judges is working. These judges is working part-time. 2-month vacation? Hell no. That's crazy work. You locking people up and you ain't even giving them court dates? Like, you, what? Y'all ain't giving nobody court dates. People sitting in jail 10 years, not even going to court. Y'all supposed to bring the detainee in front of the judge within 48 hours, but y'all don't even do that? That's rare? Like, whoa. Yeah, I'm going to stay my black. Yeah, I'm staying in America. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. I'm cool. Might run through the, you know what I'm saying? They might run through the grocery store, snatch me up while I'm, you know, take me to jail for nothing. You hear me? I'm cool.
I think we found a judge.
Haïti, notre fonds n'est pas en Haïti.
No, we haven't. We found his assistant. This is impossible.
Merci beaucoup. Il n'est pas là. He's not in Haiti.
Judge ain't nowhere to be found. He ain't nowhere. He ain't in court. He ain't at home. He ain't in his car. He ain't in his office. He ain't in the bathroom. Like, damn. Where you at, my boy?
Comment ça va?
Crazy.
But it's not just the lack of judges that's causing the backlog of cases.
Ce sont les dossiers. Le problème, c'est pas seulement le juge. C'est tout ce qui supporte son travail.
The guys in prison who tell me, I don't know where my file is, nothing's happening.
Vous montrer qu'il y a du désordre.
They're not even in alphabetical order, France.
Là, je ne suis
It's,
pas
it's,
très
sorry,
fière.
it's really making me quite angry. Seeing this is one of the most frustrating things that I've experienced since I got here. I'm going through my book and I'm looking at all the names of the prisoners who keep coming up to me and begging me to help them. Solomon, Francis, Wesley, Johnny. All of their files are in there somewhere, but nobody could ever find them. It's complete chaos.
They
The
just playing
Haitian
with
justice
people's
system
lives.
relies entirely on handwritten documents. On top of that, 40% of Haitians can't even read and write. So if they can't afford a lawyer, they have little hope.
Playing with people's lives, man.
The next morning, I meet Jacques Letton. He's one of the most successful human rights lawyers in the country. He represents some of those who are lost in the system.
En fait, comme je disais, aux dernières assises, on est arrivé à les faire sortir de la prison après 5 ans, 7 ans, 8 ans, 9 ans, voire 10 ans.
Jacques' been battling Haiti's justice system for 10 years. This year, he's won the release of more than 40 people who'd never even been convicted. Jacques' representing 2 inmates who are accused of being accessories to murder. But he's found evidence their alleged victim actually died of cholera. He wants to prove there's simply no case to answer.
Wow.
That's 5 years they've served for a murder that couldn't possibly have been committed. Now that Jacques and his team have actually met these 2 men and confirmed that they're here, confirmed that the story they received is true, they need to go up to the administration building and see if they can get hold of a document to prove that these 2 men are in prison. Once they've got that, they can then go back to the courts and try to get them released. So the first step is to actually prove they're in prison. Jacques and his team head off to speak with the prison governor to find out why none of the archive staff are around.
Et c'est tout qu'on a fait une demande de certificat de dépôt depuis une semaine.
Le responsable, il est en formation.
Et vous savez pourquoi il demande que vous donniez des certificats de dépôt? Parce que
Je ne suis pas responsable.
The prison governor insists there's nothing he can do. So Jacques is forced to leave the prison to find a legal official who can certify that Hervé and Lexnor exist as prisoners.
Luckily, the court that Jacques needs to go to is just around the corner from the prison, so we can walk there.
oui. Donc on a le juge.
We bring the judge back to the penitentiary.
The two prisoners have just been brought out for a second time today so they can appear before this local magistrate to confirm their identity. And with this document, hopefully, they can prove that these men are actually here and then start the process of actually getting them out.
It's taken 4 hours to get one piece of paper just to prove that the two men are in prison. Finally, Jacques has what he needs to take their case to court. I'm told that on average, 3 inmates die here every month. I head to the infirmary to see the conditions. The beds are full. There are even people sleeping under the beds.
Ils sont tous malades ici?
Inmates are given 2 meals a day, but prison gruel is mostly made of flour and water. Those who don't have family to bring them regular meals can quickly become weak and malnourished.
This place is like hell on earth. There are scores of men in there, emaciated, visibly sick, and they've all been crammed into the same room. I'm told that some of their families don't know they're here. Some of them have been there for years. This is where most of the deaths in this prison happen. I'm told that in one weekend, 4 people were taken out of here and rushed to emergency. 3 of them died within days.
Haiti's struggling with a cholera outbreak that was brought into the country after the earthquake. Local doctors and a foreign charity do provide medical care, but diseases like cholera travel fast here.
All the men in the cells all around here are locked in for the majority of the day. They can't even leave to go to the toilet, so they do it in a bag. And when they get tired of having a bag of poo in their cell, they just chuck it out the window because, well, you would, wouldn't you? So the longer I stand here, the more uncomfortable I'm feeling.
Cramped living conditions also help the spread of tuberculosis, which kills scores of prisoners every year.
We're heading into this block of the infirmary, which is where they keep everybody who's got tuberculosis. I'm told there are over 150 people in here. Vous êtes combien ici? Vous êtes combien? 49 ici? Prends des médicaments? In many ways, this place is even more desperate than any of the other cells. These guys have to be locked in here because they're contagious. So I'm told there are 49 people locked in this cell. You can see just how angry they are. They can't leave, and they can't be allowed to leave.
They're frightened they might die before they see a judge.
Damn. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's hella deep. Like, you got like 30 people in one cell, bro, and they all sleeping on top of each other. Just no toilet, no sink. Like, am I tripping? Yo, am I bugging? Yo, let me know if I'm bugging or not. Yo, like, are you serious, my guy? Like, are you serious, bro? Like, yo, I'd be trying to break out. Like, yo, that's a hell of a dilemma to be facing. Like, damn, boy, like you worrying about dying before you can get to see a judge because of the conditions of where they got you locked up at. Like, whoa, that's deep. That's hella deep, boy. Like, that's just crazy to me. Like, y'all got all these people in the same cell and ain't no toilet in there. What? That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy, man.
Even among the minority of prisoners who have been to court, there are shocking allegations of injustice.
How long have you been in prison for?
Paul Panel was thrown into prison in 2012. He went on trial 3 years later. Paul claims he's waiting for his release form to be handed over, something the court clerk should have done after his trial last year. We don't know if this is true.
Hold on. So So 1,000 Haitian dollars is $80 in the US. So if I go to the US, I mean, if I go to Haiti with $80, that's 1,000. So if I go there with 800, that's 8,000. Yeah, it's 8,000. So go to 800, that's 8,000. If I go there with 8,000, damn, that's 80,000. That's crazy. 8,000 is 80,000 out there, right?
We don't know if this is true, but the UN lists corruption as a major problem within Haiti's justice system.
He remembers everything to do with his case. He knows his case number, his prison number. He knows the names of the lawyers, the judges, all the people who've tried to get bribes from him. And I feel like with a little bit of investigation, I might actually be able to find out what's going on here.
Florence offers to help me track down Paul's paperwork.
I'm gonna stop it right there, man. I just want to say God bless all these people that are going out there and trying to help these guys, man. Like, that's just got to be crazy, man. Like, how do you sleep at night? You know, like, damn. But yeah, big ups to old boy and the lady that's out there trying to help them guys and get them guys in court. You know, trying to figure out their situation and possibly get them a release here soon or get their case settled, get it over with, see what's going on. But yeah, it's just crazy, man, to know that that's how they really living. That's how they really gelling over there. So, just gotta give thanks to, the man upstairs. You feel me? Like, man, it could be much worse. Always remember that, yo. Like, even in your situation, like you think you at the bottom of the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Just remember that it could always be worse, and there's somebody out there that got it worse. So just count your blessings. Today is another day. Are we gonna make it though? So each day you wake up, just thank God for waking you up. Just be grateful. Because some people ain't gonna wake up in the morning. Some people got it worse than you. So yeah, man, that video was crazy. I'm glad y'all tuned in and checked that out with me. I want to thank everybody for coming to the video, coming to the channel, supporting the video, supporting the content, man. I really appreciate it. If you could, man, please turn on that bell for more notifications, and please like the video, man. Please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all the support. Until next time, peace.